All right. Saturday morning. Chilly where I am, where we are, most of us. But I think ET's got us beat on the coldness, so we won't complain. We're just winter ready with our Uggs and our coats. Lay on your back, lift your hips and put the block the low and long way, or horizon way, underneath your back, and take your feet as wide as your mat, and bring your knees in towards each other. Place your right hand on your heart and your left hand on your belly, and just breathe big spaces across the lower back, middle back, upper back, and through the abdomen, the rib cage, and the chest. And just you can close your eyes and gaze at the tip of your nose. And just notice how you feel, and notice the actions that occur in your body during the breath. You know, how many accessory movements you need to make or don't need to make. See if you can breathe without lifting the shoulders up to the ears, and see if you can breathe without squeezing your glutes and your abs. And just fully extend or distend your abdomen. And on the emptying, just draw it slightly in. Keep breathing. And every time you take the breath, encourage it to be soft and sweet and deep. And to remind yourself that as we move, the breath, may get a little staggered. And let's see if you can keep the same quality that you have right now of the breath. See if you can keep this quality through the movements, and that's part of the yoga. Now continue to breathe and start to breathe in and out of the nose, and then stretch your arms out to a cactus. You can keep your legs just as they are. And in a cactus, the elbows are bent back, or we'll call it goalposts. Maybe we're on a winning streak, who knows? You can play with your fingers, the little piano. And then just rest here. Continue to breathe in through the nose. You might find a little bit more space now for the breath as the arms open up. And then release. And if you like setting an intention or a thought, a mantra, a sound for your intention or for your practice today, this is a good time to start that. On your next inhaling breath, cross your right arm over your left arm and grab towards your shoulder blades. And if you don't get that far, don't worry about it. Just grab a hold of the back of your shirt or shoulders, and just keep breathing. And it's very possible that you hear a nice sound of the breath as you are in this position. On the next inhaling breath, we open the arms out, and we'll switch the cross on the exhale. So put the left arm on top, reach for your shoulders, your shoulder blades. So let your breath be like that mantra, be a source of continual open up your arms, inhale. Movement and breath. Take your feet underneath your hips, and then turn the soles of the feet together and open the knees wide. You can keep your feet wide, or you can touch them together. And then just take your hands to the inner thighs of your legs and roll them outward to allow the hips a little bit more space. Release your arms down by your side. Take 3 more rounds of breath right here. Being conscious that you're not really squeezing into the glutes, but you're allowing the hips to just drop open with gravity. And then begin to bring your legs closer together. Line up the heels with the sitting bones. Press down through the floor. Push through your shoulders. Lift your hips and move your block off to the side as you then articulate your spine down to the floor and hug your knees up to your chest. Hold on to the shins, the ankles, the thighs, wherever you want. You can hold underneath your thighs and rock a little bit side to side on your back. And then one more time, just take a breath as you put your feet on the floor wide as the mat and let both knees fall to the left side. Just an early and easy spinal twist. So right knee drops down, left knee drops down, palms are open, shoulders are back. Inhale, return to the center and move your legs over to the right side. As I said, just for an early, easy twist. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, take your hands behind your knees. Pull the knees into the chest. And you can rock forward and back a couple times until you come to a cross-legged position. Let's all just put the same leg in front. Let's do the left leg in the front. Adjust yourself under your sitting bones. You can put blocks underneath your knees or underneath your seat. Or just find this upright position. Try to cross your legs so that the heels go under the knees more than just at the ankles. Oh, I love that Snoopy, Karen. Take your hands on top of your thighs, lift up. Tuck the chin to the chest and round your back, pull the belly in, and just relax your shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, reach up and reach through your heart and just send your hips back, your chest forward. Exhale, pull back, round and curl. Your hands are guiding you and helping to stop you from falling backwards. Come forward and back, and now take it into some circles, just round and round, one direction first, and then move into the other direction. You know, these colder mornings need a little bit more warm-up time. Come back to the center. Inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, right hand to the floor, left hand behind your head. Rotate your torso up and open. And as you exhale, turn your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Inhale, open up, stretch. Exhale, twist and reach to the right side. Inhale, open up, stretch. Exhale, like Daisy. Reach to the right side. Inhale, come back up. Lift your torso, bring both hands behind your head. Rotate to the right side. Open your arms out to a T and take your left hand outside your right thigh, right hand behind you towards the left hip. Lengthen your spine on the inhale and twist deeper on the exhale. Relax the shoulders down. Inhale, stretch your right arm up and lean to your left side. Keep your right hip grounded. Exhale, right arm crosses over the left. Inhale, lift your chest. And just like we did on the floor, grab a hold of your shoulders or shoulder blades. Inhale, Daisy's having none of this today. Lift your chest. Exhale, open your arms out to the side, bring the arms up, inhale. And fold over to your left side, right hand behind your head, open up your chest, your elbows. And listen, lean back a little bit and just switch the cross of your legs. No judgment how you get there. Good. Now lean to the left side, open up your right chest, inhale. Exhale, right elbow towards the outside of the left knee or the hand. Inhale, open up your chest, shoulders. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift, and bring your torso upright. Bring your left hand behind your head. Good. Turn to the left side. Or did we lean? I don't remember. Let's lean to the left side. I don't remember. I think we'll twist. Come back up. Twist to the left side because we'll take the right hand now outside the left thigh and the left hand behind you. Inhale. And twist, exhale. They're both good. Twisting and bending. And bending and twisting. E.T., we look like twins today. All black, blonde hair. Inhale, come back up to center, arms up. And then just simply fold down the center. Walk your hands forward. Walk your hips back. Let your head go. And just melt over your thighs. Switch it out from side to side. Just shake a little bit. Inhale, begin to walk your hands back. And exhale, lean back. Oh, I didn't take the twist. So your right hand's outside the left thigh. Take your left arm and hug yourself. And this hug, let's just make some circular motions with our torso. And then return back to the center, then fold forward and let it go. Walk your arms forward, walk your hips back. And then walk your hands back and lean back. Shake out your legs once again. Move the legs over to either side, come to your hands and knees. Keep your knees hips width apart, keep your hands shoulders width apart. Tailbone and head in the same line. So pull the belly up and in. And then just sway through your hips a little bit, just to loosen them a little bit more, get a little bit more movement through the spine and the hips. And then find your way back to that neutral position. Place your hands on the blocks if you have them. Lowest height is fine for many. Switch the heights if you need to. And step your right foot in between your two hands. Send your left knee behind your hip. So the right knee is over the ankle. Again, no judgment how it gets there. The dogs are all present this morning. Press your big toe down to the floor. So left knee behind you. Bring your chest open, collarbones broaden. Oh, it is definitely ready for Christmas there. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Place your hands on top of your thigh. Lift yourself upright and then just shift back down. Inhale and exhale. Sweep your arms up overhead. Inhale. Take your left arm underneath your right arm. Hug yourself. And then you can stay with the hug or wrap for eagle arms. Inhale, lift your arms all the way up. And exhale, bring yourself on top or inside of your right thigh. Point your fingers down and fold. Good. Breathe. One more breath. Right from here, release your hands to the inside of the right leg. Sink a little bit lower. And then begin to straighten your right leg, toes up or down. Pull the right hip back and the left hip forward. Walk your hands forward. You can stay on the blocks or bring them just on the mat in front of you. And so you don't need to sit down to your left heel. Just fold over on the inside of the right thigh. Breathe in and let it go. Good. Inhale, rebend your front knee. Keep your left arm down. Take your right arm to your thigh. Twist, turn to your right side. Bend your left knee. And maybe reach your right arm back and grab for it. Pull the heel to the buttocks. Drop through the left hip. Feel a deep quad stretch on your left side. Open for your shoulders on the right side. So we've been closing the shoulders a little bit. We'll open more. And then release the foot slowly. Hands on the blocks once again. Step your right leg back to your left. Push your hips to your heels. Reach your hands to the front of your block so your fingers are just hanging off and you can get a nice stretch there under the arms, under the rib cage. Take another breath. Then empty the breath and come back on the inhale. Step your left foot between your two hands. Left knee over the ankle, right knee behind the hip. Drop through your hips. And just hang here for a few breaths. Big toe down, little toe down, little foot heel. Breathe in, breathe out. Be patient, take your time. There's no reason to rush through any of these places. Start to feel some more. And then bring your hands on top of your thighs, lift your torso a little bit more upright, come up on your knee, and then sink down again as you lift out of the waistline, out of the rib cage. Breathe. Turn the toes forward. Good. And then sweep your arms up overhead. Take your right arm underneath your left. Grab your shoulders. Get a nice stretch across the back of the body. And then if you'd like, bring the arms up into eagle arms. Lift the arms up. Exhale, fold on top or inside of your left leg. And hang your head down. Hug your hips in. Breathe into the body. Remind yourself to stay away from the right knee a little bit more. Take another breath. As you release your hands to the floor of the blocks, begin to straighten your left leg, toes up or down, you choose. Pull the left hip back and the right hip forward. Let your body hang. Breathe in, breathe out. If you're dealing with tight hamstrings, the knee is going to be bent a little bit more, or you can elevate your hands. Inhale, rebend the front knee. Keep the right arm down, left arm opens up. You can stay where you are, or bend your right leg and reach behind you for the right foot. Just try to come off your knee once you get there. There you go. One more breath. Good. If you're holding, release. Hands down again on the blocks. Step your left knee back to your right knee and sit on your heels. You can have the knees wide or close. Bring your fingertips in front of the block and pretend that you're pulling the block towards your knees. See how that activates some of the muscles underneath the arms and the shoulders. Just give me a nice stretch. Inhale, come to your hands and knees, or hands on blocks is fine. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips in the air. Downward dog. With your hands elevated, your feet might touch a little bit further to the floor, maybe not. And then separate your feet as wide as the mat. Push your hips back. Keep a soft bend in the knee, biceps by the ears. Shake out your head, yes and no. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Forward fold. Inhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Roll through your spine. Exhale. Rise up, bring the arms overhead. And send prayer to your heart center. Good. Turn your toes slightly outward. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Try to keep your feet as wide as your mat. So you might be a little bit off the mat. Inhale, stretch your arms overhead. Exhale, wrap right arm under left once or twice. Lift your arms up. Inhale. Lift your heart up. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Bring the ribs down. Exhale. You're going to squat down. Doesn't have to be too low. Point your fingers to the floor. Inhale, point your fingers forward. Lift your arms up and drive up through standing. Exhale, release the arms. Inhale. Exhale, left arm under right once or twice. Inhale, lift your heart, chest, shoulders. Exhale, bend your knees. Start to come down into a squat, or just make it a forward fold and point the fingers down. Inhale, reach forward and start to come up. Press through your heels. Open up and release. Inhale. Prayer to the heart. Exhale. Let's just do that one more time with each leg. Inhale, bring your, or with each arm. Exhale, right arm under left. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come down into your squat. Reach the hands down. Inhale, come out of your squat. Stretch the legs up. Exhale, release the arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, prayer to the heart. Release the arms down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left under right once or twice. Inhale, arms up again. Exhale, bend and come down into your squat or forward fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Toes turn forward. Inhale, hands to prayer. Exhale, release your arms down. Good. Just fold over. Touch the floor with your knees bent so your hands are on the floor. Look forward, inhale. And then exhale, begin to walk your hands forward until you reach your downward dog position, and then send your feet so that they're hips width apart now. Rise up to the tippy toes, engage your quadricep muscles. Chest towards your thighs, head hangs down, shake it out, yes and no. Inhale, float the right leg high in the sky. Exhale, send your right foot between your two hands. Once again, grab your blocks. Place them on any height. Lower your hip down.
Right thigh maybe close to parallel to the floor. Squeeze, like scissors squeeze your inner thighs together. Broaden through the collarbones. And then once again, place your hands on your thighs. Pull yourself upright. Good. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Now exhale, turn your back foot on its side. You're in warrior one. Back foot is down, but you're not on a tightrope. The back toes, all of them are down, and they're pointing towards, if you had a clock on the front, 10 o'clock, but to the left corner of your mat. So arms are up, left hip pulls forward, right thigh parallel to the floor. Inhale, take your left arm, you know it, under your right. Inhale, arms up. Lift your heart up. Exhale, fold on the inside of your right leg. Hug your hips into the midline. Pull your head down if you'd like. You can look forward or down. You're going to choose. Keep pulling the right hip to the midline. One more breath. And then from here, just release your hands on the floor of the blocks and begin to straighten your front leg. Now, it might not get perfectly straight. So again, the blocks are fine. You can put both blocks on the inside or the outside. Pull the right hip back in towards the midline. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Exhale, fold and walk your hands forward. Let your head go. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. One more breath. Now inhale, rebend your right knee. Spin your back foot forward. Left hand stays on the floor block. Right arm comes up for your twist. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath. Find the biggest, fullest extension of your body. And as you exhale, right hand comes down. You can simply put your hands on the blocks and step back to a three-legged dog. And then lower the right foot to the floor. Inhale, lift your left leg in the air. Exhale, send the left foot through. By the way, you can also be on your right knee if you'd like to. Left knee over the ankle, right heel over the toes. Climb to your fingertips and start to broaden through the collarbones. Hug your left hip in, so start thinking of that hugging in right here. So you have to press your left big toe down to the floor. Good. And then place your hands on your thighs. You can always bend the back knee a little bit more if you like. Tailbone's tucked underneath you. Good. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead. Good. Now, spin your back foot on its side to 2 o'clock on a clock. Back, big toe, all the toes, pinky toe down. Firm up the leg. Right hip turns forward, inhale. Exhale, right arm under left once or twice. Inhale, lift your arms up. Lift your chest up. Exhale, fold in top or inside of your left leg. Ooh, and fall down. And bring your hands down. Head down. Hips in. Let me see this. So the hard part here is just everything. Balancing. Staying strong. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Stay in this position, but release your hands to the floor blocks. Begin to straighten your left leg out. Breathe in and fold down. So your back hip is still turned out for now. Take another breath. Look forward, inhale. Spin your back hip forward, right hand down. You're on the ball of the back foot, left arm is up in the air. Hug the hips in. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Good, look down, bring the hands on the floor blocks. Step back to three-legged dog, left leg in the air. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward and measure out the plank dog. And then lift the hips back up in the air. Good. Bring your feet together again. Lift your right leg high in the sky. Exhale, step your right foot through between your hands. Inhale, float your arms overhead. Exhale, left arm under right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold on the inside of your right leg. Release your hands. Inhale, straighten your front leg and fold. Exhale. I didn't turn our back foot. Turn your back foot forward. Bend your front knee. Right arm comes up. Twist. Exhale, right hand down. Downward facing dog with third leg in the air. Right leg in the air. Exhale, right foot to the floor. Inhale, left leg in the air. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, rise up. Turn the back foot on its side. Exhale, right arm under left once or twice. Inhale, lift your arms. Lift your chest. Exhale, fold on the inside. Inhale, release your hands. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale, rebend your front knee as you turn your back foot on its side. Left arm comes up. Good. Exhale, left hand comes down. Left leg comes back. Three-legged dog. Feet on the floor. Inhale, shift to plank. Just measure it out. Hold a plank. Take nice, strong breaths. Exhale, lift your hips in the air. Good. Now, inhale, let's go ahead and lift the right leg up in the air. No, actually, I'm going to lift the left leg up. And the only reason is so you can see me in the camera. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Take a block. As you turn yourself to the right side, put a block at the back of your mat. If you don't have a block, no worries. Hands on your hips, rise up to stand. Okay, time to put the hair in a ponytail. It's getting warm, it's nice. So your feet are parallel. When you open your arms to a T, which you will, notice if your hands are over your ankles or your ankles are shorter than your arms or wider. So you want to have your palms, your hands over your ankles. Right, so you don't want to be here. That's not wide. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Place your hands on your hips. Lift your chest up. Palms face up if possible, so you get a nice wrist stretch. Squeeze the elbows together. Lift your chest up like there's a string pulling you up and back. Lift, up, 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 up. And then exhale, simply fold over your legs. You might want to take a little pigeon toe stand, and you might even bend your knees, which I usually have to in this pose with my left knee. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Release your hands to your big toe. Peace finger grip around the big toe. Thumbs underneath your fingers, fingers underneath your thumbs. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, pull the elbows out to the side, head down, hips over heels, and shake it out, yes and no. Good, one more breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release your hands. Now, inhale, bend your right knee. And just sink your weight back towards your right heel. If you know Skandasana, want to get deeper into that pose, that's fine. This is not, yeah, that's good one. Keep the weight a little bit more out of your right knee. Yeah, nice. Okay, good. So, I mean there, or simply into this little stretch where your hips go back. Look forward, and we're going to be turning the mat, or we're going to be turning around on the mat. That's why I had you put the block back there. Walk over to your right side. Keep your left toes at now. If the clock was in front of you, it's back to 10 o'clock, but you're facing the back of your space. Right foot is turned forward, 12 o'clock on that same clock. Your block is back here should you need it. Inhale, stretch your arms up overhead. Warrior one. Exhale, begin to release or straighten your front leg. Let's straighten it there. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold over your right leg, and you can shorten your stance by bringing the back foot in a little closer. I'm going to show this from the front, but you should be facing the back of your mat. So you have a block here. Right hip forward, or back, left hip forward. Inhale. And exhale. So I'm showing it from the front, but you're facing the back of your space. Hands on the block. Pull your right hip back and fold over your right leg. Breathe in. And breathe out. I'm going back to the back of my mat for a moment. One more breath. Inhale, look up. Exhale, place your hands on your hips, stand up. Inhale, turn to the front of your space. That same pyramid pose. Left leg forward, right leg 2 o'clock. Not on a tightrope, so make sure your feet are wide enough. Inhale, stretch your arms overhead. Exhale, bring your right arm underneath your left arm. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold back over your left leg. Breathe. Pull the left hip back and the right hip forward. Inhale, rise up, keep your arms as they are, lift your chest. Exhale, come upright, soften your left leg, and float your right leg to the front off the mat. Inhale, cross it over once or twice. Exhale, sit down. Eagle pose. Breathe in. Wow, the dogs are out for the eagles. And breathe out. Knees line up with the elbows, elbows line up with the knees, so everything comes right down the middle. Pull your right hip back a little bit. And if you like to bow your eagle, bow your eagle. Sit a little bit deeper. Anybody want to take this any further and go into a headstand or anything fun like that? You're welcome to that. Inhale, rise back up otherwise. Good. Stand up tall, bring the right knee to the chest. Release the arms, inhale. Hold your hands underneath your thigh, interlace your fingers. Extend your right leg out. Stand tall in your left leg. And then release the hands to the hips. Swing the right leg back. Warrior 3. Right hip dips down. Left hip stays squared. Focus, focus, focus. Good. From Warrior 3, fold over, bend your knee, hands to the floor. Step your right leg back. Kick your left leg in the air, 3-legged dog. 4 on the floor, downward facing dog. Shift forward to your plank. Lift your hips in the air. Keep the block at the back of the mat as you inhale, stretch your right leg in the air. Exhale, step your right foot all the way through. Good. Turn to your left side. Line up your feet, parallel. Inhale, hands to hips and rise up. Tailbone underneath you. Spread your arms. So think about pushing the mat apart. So feel that engagement down the outside of your thighs. And energize your arms. Breathe in, nice and tall. Breathe out. And this time, let's take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, palms, knuckles to the floor, lift your chest up. Soften your knees as you take the forward fold, head down, arms up. Shift yourself from side to side if it feels good, and then find some stillness in the middle. There's a little bit more weight towards the balls of your feet than the heels, so the knees are protected a little bit more. One more breath. As you empty the breath, release your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine. This time we're going to bend the left knee, and I'll start at the back of the mat and come forward again just so you guys can see. Bend the left knee. Any variations here, right? Good, nice look. So you're either in Skandasana or, which is a little bit lower seat, or you're just moving your hips back. Inhale, look forward. Turn yourself so the left foot is facing the back of the mat, 12 o'clock on a clock. Your right foot, you might have to move out to the side even, is at 2 o'clock. Block is in front of you. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Now, bring yourself up, warrior one. Again, I'm gonna face the front of the room to show you this, but you're staying at the back of your mat. Warrior one. Hands can be touching, they can be separated, they can be further in front of you. Reach up, reach up, reach up. Lauren, your hair is so long. Who knew? Breathe in, breathe out. Okay. It's interesting to see you from this angle. One more breath. Good. Inhale. And exhale. I think we just fold. Begin to straighten your front leg. You can use the block underneath your hands. Look forward. Step your right foot a little bit more forward. Pull the left hip back and up. Well, back and down. Right hip forward and up. And just level it out. Keep your left big toes firmly planted on the floor. Pyramid pose. Fold. Two more breaths. Inhale, look forward. Bring your hands to your hips, rise up. So, I'm going to turn with you. You can actually even take the block with you if you'd like. And then turn forward. So now, ideally, I believe your right foot is facing the front of the mat, right? Or it should be your left foot. Which foot is forward? It's your right foot, yeah? Breathe in. Stretch the arms up overhead. Take the arms behind your back. Let's interlace fingers, wrists, forearms, elbows, or reverse prayer. Lift your chest up, inhale. And fold over your legs. Good. One more breath. Now release the arms from that so the shoulders are open. Now bring your left arm under your right arm. Back to the eagle, come all the way up to standing. Bring yourself upright. Stack your shoulders, soften your right leg, and just begin to bring your left knee up towards your chest. Balance. And cross it over once or twice. You don't even have to cross it over. You could also put your foot on a block. Bend your knees and drop your hips low, level. Pull the right hip back. Nice, Laura. Breathe in, breathe out. So the left arm is under the right, the left leg is over the right. If you'd like to bow down and fly or bow your eagle, pull the belly in, rounded spine, seat low, take another breath. And then inhale halfway up and rise. Release your legs, you can release your arms, warrior three. Just for a few moments, and then fold all the way down, step back to your lunge, right leg in the air, three-legged. Four on the floor, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift to your plank. Exhale, shift to your right hand, stack, stagger, lift, fly, whatever you'd like for side angle, knee down is another option. I'm sorry, side plank. Left arm overhead, lift your right hip up, and then exhale, hands to the floor, push back, down dog. Inhale, shift onto your left hand, stack, stagger, lift your feet, bring your left knee to the floor is another option. Right arm straight up over the left. Breathe in, breathe out. Right arm overhead. Breathe. One more. Good. Exhale, hands down. Hips up. And bring your knees to the earth right underneath your hips. Cross your right knee behind your left knee. Open your feet wide. Grab a block. Sit on the floor of the block. Left knee over the right. Hips are squared. Shoulders pressed down. Breathe in, sit up tall. Yeah, and if that still doesn't help with the block, then you could do this on your back or just sit cross-legged. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead. One more time, left arm under right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the left and fold on the outside of your left thigh. Breathe. Right hip grounded. Release your arms. Right arm down, left arm up. Big twist. Big opening for the shoulders here. And then as you rise up, you can just take your arm behind you and do a spinal twist. Look to the right. And just release to the right. Come back to center. You could get fancy here, or you can just come up and switch legs. So if you want to get fancy, tuck your toes, turn to your right side, just move the block for a second. Turn to your right side all the way back around, and ideally, your left knee will be on the floor, your right knee will be over it, and you'll sit on the floor of the block, right leg on top. If you don't want to be fancy, just sit down, bring your left knee down and right leg on top. What do you think, Daisy? Can you do that too? All right. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Right arm under. Inhale, lift the arms up again. Rotate to the right as you exhale. Twist to the right side. See if you don't collapse your belly on your thighs. Breathe in, breathe out. So use your arms if you can get them against the thighs to give you a little leverage in the torso. And then as you empty this breath, just stretch the arms apart and come into a nice deep twist. Good. Bring yourself upright, right arm behind you, lift up. Exhale, twist. And then look to the left and take your arms with you to the left. Inhale, come back to center, lean back, and now shake out the leg, no fancy break dancing. Just Jacqueline-asana yourself up a little forward. Have a block nearby, bend your knees, bring the hands underneath the thighs, lift your chest up. Good. And then tuck your chin in and round your back, pull the belly in, scoop it out, relax your shoulders. Stay holding onto your legs for today. And it doesn't have to be tight, just even a fingertip. And roll down to the floor. Oh, where are you going, Laura? Come back onto your back, knees up 90 degrees. Open up your arms now to a T. Shift your hips to the right. Let the knees fall to the left. Take the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Walk the right thigh a little bit more to the right side if you want a little bit deeper into that outer hip. Breathe. So the weight of the left ankle above the knee and gravity just allows that right hip to relax down a little bit more, or the right knee to relax down a little bit more. If you don't fight it. If you resist it, then no, it's not going to release so fast. All right, dogs are back out. Keep your ankle where it is, come back to the center, left ankle above right knee. Flex your foot and push the ankle down towards the knee so that the left knee opens up. You can use the assistance of your left hand for a little guidance here. Keep all that as is as you bring your left foot to the floor outside your right thigh. Now the knee is pointing up, it's not a spinal twist. The knee is pointing up, relax the bottom leg. Left foot on the floor, left knee in the air. Open up your arms both to the T. Good. Now take it into a spinal twist as you bring your left knee and your right knee towards your right shoulder. Cross or uncross, your choice. Inhale, draw yourself back to center. Exhale, hold on to your thighs, calves, ankles. Maybe lift your head and shoulders up, pull everything close together. And lower your head. Lower your feet. I think you're leaving me, Lauren. Okay. Bring your knees over to the right side.
Take your right ankle above your left knee and walk the foot a little further to the left side. Come back with your left foot on the floor, right ankle above the left knee. Flex the foot. You can take the right hand and just guide the leg open. I see the shoes, the pants. I guess there's going to be a hat and gloves coming on soon. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, keep your leg as it is and just go to the left side, but put the foot on the floor and keep the right knee pointing to the ceiling. So you're in a twist, but we're not bringing the knee down just yet. Keep that action, but open your arm out to the side. Open your palms up. Breathe in. And now to take this into the spinal twist, bend the right knee, bring the left knee up. You can keep it bound or not. You choose. Always your choice. Nice to have choices. Come on back to your backs, draw your knees into your chest, hug everything close together, lift your head and shoulders up, and then stretch your legs out in front of you, stretch your arms up over your head. Hook your thumbs and reach long from your shoulders away, from your hips away, everything actually from the middle of your body away. And let your arms come down by your side, palms face up, let your hips open out to the side, splaying open. Just scan through your body and notice if there's any tension anywhere that you're holding on to, which is likely. And direct your breath to those areas of tension and give them the ability to let go, give them permission to let go. And so from the top of your head to the bottoms of your feet, stillness, softness. And now we release the Ujjayi breath, still a sweet breath, and begin to commit to your own breath, your own pattern of breath, which is unique to you. As one of my teachers says, we're all snowflakes. And I'm sorry, E.T., about the snowflakes in Pittsburgh. And just slow down, let go. Make your way into your final pose, Shavasana. If you'd like to turn off the sound now and just stay longer, stay there. Otherwise, stay with us for a few more moments. And once again, if you'd like to stay longer, please just shut off your sound and stay on your mats. And for those of you who need to get your day started, begin to deepen your breath, make small movements through your fingers, toes, wrists, ankles. Hug your knees into your chest. Place yourself onto your right side, make a pillow for your head. Slowly begin to come back to a seated position. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Bow your chin down. God, gratitude to yourselves for showing up and doing the work.
Gratitude to each other and bowing to the light, the goodness, the peace, the love, the beauty within. Namaste. Satnam, go in peace. And for those of you at home, stay strong.